Top of the morning, man. Just wanted to shoot a quick blog with y'all, man. Hope y'all having a good Sunday. Your boy is back on the road. You see me, I'm in the hat, the hoodie, everything, man. I had a crazy, crazy ride. So I was in New Jersey, then they sent me to Minneapolis, Minnesota. So I was in there. Shout out to Minneapolis. I kind of like that city. I'm not gonna lie. It has the biggest mall. They mall got a water park in the mall. Like that joint kind of crazy. So they got the biggest mall in the world. I mean, or in the United States at least. So that's a good thing to check out if you ever in Minneapolis. If you kind of interested in George Floyd or whatever, there's some paintings and some murals that they did about him, and we all know what happened in that situation. They sent me from there to Salt Lake City. That's where I gotta go to next, Salt Lake City. So I'm just moving my way across the country or whatever. But in order to go to Salt Lake City from Minneapolis, I had to go through South Dakota. I've never been to South Dakota before. I'm like, boy, I had to go through South Dakota and Wyoming. That's where I'm at right now. I'm in Wyoming. So yeah, it's just interesting, man. It's just a lot of land, a lot of animals. You know what I'm saying? Deers running across the road. This shit is crazy. But salute to everybody, man. Want to talk about a couple things real quick. Obviously, TBL had an event last night. I did hear that there were a couple good battles on the card. Sniper, who used to be with RBE, and Foots had a pretty good battle. They say Hansel kind of was going crazy last night with Ace Amin. So unfortunately, the pay-per-view was canceled. I don't really have a clear reason why it was canceled. I guess they couldn't get the Wi-Fi right or something, but I don't necessarily know. Sometimes we don't really know like what's true and what's not true or whatever. It seems like everything is Wi-Fi, and I'm just kind of like wondering like how they don't be testing this ahead of time. But I guess there was some issues going on in the building. The pay-per-view got canceled. A lot of people were complaining, and then they put out a statement saying that you can what did they say? The VOD will be available within 48 hours. That ain't gonna work, man. I gotta keep it real with you. That's not gonna work. When people order a pay-per-view, they're not ordering the VOD. So the VOD really needs to be out within 24 hours, not 48 hours. I realize it's a lot of editing and stuff, but unfortunately, that's what it is. People, because it's an event on Saturday. People don't want to watch the battles on Monday, bro. Like they got to go back to work, go to school, whatever it is they do. They need the battles kind of out over the weekend. So hopefully they get those battles out. There was also a lot of cancellations. You know, Hustle was supposed to battle Shayrak. That did not go down. Hustle was trying to say it wasn't her fault, but anyway, it didn't go down. 40 bars no-showed Eunice. Niggas don't know what's going on. Haven't heard from 40 at all, but she no-showed the battle. And she live in Atlanta. That event was in Atlanta, and if I'm not mistaken, last I heard she lives in Atlanta now. So it's right around the corner. She no-showed Eunice. I ain't have her beating Eunice anyway. And there was another battle too. Lady Caution versus Shooting the Rapper did not go down as well. So that's kind of wild. You know this. I think this was the second time that this battle was supposed to be scheduled. You know, because if you remember, Shuni and Lady Caution was supposed to battle a couple weeks ago, and I guess Shuni got food poisoning or something, didn't do the battle. It got rescheduled, put on this card. It still didn't go down yesterday. So out of the top 6 battles, 3 of them didn't even happen. So that's not a good look at all. Like at the end of the day, people be paying pay-per-views to get the main battles, and when 3 of them don't happen, that's a big loss. As far as TBL, let me just say this. I feel like y'all moving too fast, if I'm being honest. I know y'all did the Daylight and Rum Nitty battle. That was cool. You know what I'm saying? Y'all had a good event. Y'all did a lot of good battles. Maybe y'all might have done too many because y'all had a 2-day event and it was like, I don't know, seemed like over 25 battles or something. So that might be a little bit too much, but y'all still did a pretty good event and we gave you kudos for the card and everything. Before those battles can even be released, I see you just released Chess and Swamp, but before all the battles could be released, here y'all go. Y'all announced the day of the Daylight battle. Y'all announced that y'all had another card in Atlanta in a couple weeks. Okay, cool. That was the one that they did yesterday. But as you can see, it ends up being a failure. The pay-per-view doesn't work, and 3 battles basically don't happen. 1 no-show and 2 early cancellations. So those are 3 of your top battles. They don't go down. And it's kind of like you really didn't need to do this event. All you gotta do is just drop the battles from the previous card that happened a couple weeks ago. All of them not out. Just drop it. You announced the Hitman battle. I feel like y'all are trying to do too much, and when you rush a lot of stuff and you don't give battlers the time to prepare and you don't give battlers the time to get stuff together, this is the kind of things that happen in terms of no shows, cancellations, because we at a day and age, people just don't want to lose a battle. They don't want to lose. So let's just say, for instance, Hustle isn't prepared to battle Shayrak because she took too many battles. She ain't gonna go, before she go up there and spit some bullshit or choke or not do the battle, she just won't do the battle. So that's why we get a lot of these cancellations, is because it's too many people being booked. And I don't know, I get it. Y'all are TBL, has something to do with Chilla. Y'all are in that whole little Boston, Rhode Island, New Hampshire. Y'all kind of all in that little area, this TBL league. I think it's like a Rhode Island, Boston kind of thing. So I get it. Shayrak lives up there. 40 Bars is from Boston. I get it why y'all trying to put these people on the card. I don't know why y'all still booking 40. I keep it real with you. I do not know why y'all are still booking 40 after all the chokes, everything that went on. Obviously, she was on the stock drop list. And I just feel like now Eunice is posting on Twitter that 40 just no-showed, which basically mean, and he's posting, I hope she's all right. So that means ain't nobody heard from her. And this is what I'm saying. So, but y'all, leagues will turn around and 2 months later still book 40 for a battle. And it's like, nah, you don't get a chance to fuck over TBL, fuck over Eunice, have this nigga writing bars, have this nigga flying to Atlanta. You didn't even really promo the battle. This nigga flew to Atlanta for a wasted trip and wasted bars. And then some other league will be like, you know what? We want to book 40 bars. And the cycle continues. Y'all have to stop doing that shit, man. Stop rewarding people who aren't doing well. It's enough battlers out here that are actually good battlers that you could just book, that actually are performing, that's actually promoting, that actually doing something. I saw Sniper promoting, I saw Foots doing a little back and forth. I think they had like a little back and forth, but you don't gotta keep going to the same well, bro. You just don't have to. You don't gotta do that. And I see a lot of people keep doing that. I don't know why they keep doing that, but I know y'all keep booking these names because y'all think it's gonna be what sell tickets and all this kind of stuff. And it's just like, I don't think it's a good look. I honestly feel like y'all did not need to do this card. I just don't feel like that. I don't feel like it got the promotion that it needed. Rum Nitty did not need to battle Daylight and then a couple weeks later battle. Who did he battle last night? He battled Elijah Straits. Like, what does that do for Rum Nitty? Like, some of these battles just don't make sense. They just battles that people just throw together. Like, none of them really do anything to the algorithm. None even do anything to people's stock. If this person win or that person wins, sometimes it don't matter. If y'all got the budget, bro, just book battles that make sense and the culture will get behind you and all that kind of stuff. But so y'all have an event and it didn't work out. I have been seeing a lot of their battles drop on the TBL Battle League. I will say that. We were wondering because URL logo was on there, so we was wondering if the battles are coming out on the app. But I've been seeing, subscribe to TBL Battle League. They just dropped Swamp and Chess, so the battles are coming out on their YouTube channel. We'll see if every battle comes out on there, but the battles are coming out on there. Other thing I want to talk about, Kshine spoke and did an interview. I was actually disappointed in the interview, to keep it real with you. Let me play a little. It's a funny part. The nigga brought up URL and this shit just turned left as far as the energy of it. Look at this shit.
Having good times, bro. Salute the sun, man. It's dope. It's fact, man. Boy. Yo, man, I see you. I see you dropped a little note in the back in the thing, man. Yeah. You say you coming back. The people, the streets is saved. Battle rap is saved. Yeah, it is. It's saved though. You heard your boy is back. I'm looking up because there's a couple people that was on the site, but that's on the card. Okay. Shit about to get nasty. Yo, they say URL coming back. Everything is litty. Salute the URL then. I don't know about that, but I'm talking about what we got going on in this jumping, man. I ain't gonna lie. Okay. Yeah. Nah, this ain't got nothing to do with no URL though. Okay. Yo, you know people trying to put together puzzles and nah. This definitely has nothing to do with URL, and I don't think it would ever have anything to do with URL. There's no salute to them. You feel me? Yeah, I mean, respect to what they doing, but they said the same thing, so. Sure, yeah, for sure. You know, sometimes people just grow apart, man. Sometimes you can't see eye to eye. Sometimes you just grow apart, you know what I mean? Ain't no hard everybody to bag, man. That's it, man.
Hold up.
Yo, you're back. You had a little
Hold up. I don't know who's doing this interview, bro, but this is so unprofessional. Like, like Knowledge. Who is this nigga Knowledge? Like, I gotta keep it real with you. This nigga, did he think Kshine was battling on URL, bro? Did he think that was a comeback? Like, yo, we trying to put a puzzle together. It ain't no puzzle. This is the Power Network. It is Shotty Horror. This is Kshine. That's what it is. Like, I think what you mean a puzzle? Like, the flyer and the announcement has already dropped. And then later on, he was like, yo, you know, what you think of your opponent? And then it's almost like he didn't even know it was Shotty Horror. I'm just like, bro, did y'all find this nigga off the street and just threw a camera like, yo, I need you to hold this and interview Shine? I just feel like sometimes it frustrates me with people because I take a lot of pride in interviewing, and I understand with Knowledge and some of these other guys do interviews. It's cool and everything, but sometimes the other people that you add on, they got to be really knowledgeable, man. I feel like you got Kshine in front of you speaking for the first time. You bring URL up, which is like way left field, don't even need to be brought up. Then you almost kind of think that his return is tied to URL's return, which doesn't make sense at all if you've been following the footnotes of what's going on. And then you didn't even ask Kshine what the date is, like the date of the event. Like, yo, when is the event? And if Kshine doesn't want to give you a date, all you got to do is just ask him like the month. Okay, what month? We looking at June? We looking at July? Like, what we looking at? Like, you didn't even ask him, like, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as, I mean, we get it that it's in New York. We get it that it's in Queens. It's going to be shoddy. It's probably going to be the Power Network, I think. But you didn't even confirm if it's still the Power Network. Are they still excited? You know what I'm saying? I know Kshine mentioned it in this interview that the fans are killing him. You didn't even ask him why he never addressed the fans once he changed the date, that it was supposed to be the 31st of December. We're all the way here. We are, what, March 16th, March 17th? You didn't even, I mean, May 16th, May 17th, which you didn't even ask him about. Like, yo, the date just changed and you didn't even say nothing or nothing. Like, I don't know, man. You can't be afraid to ask hard questions when you put in that position, and you can't be in fan mode. Like, that's a big thing when you interview people, bro. You cannot interview people like a fan. You got to be able to separate the two. And I feel like when you can do that, then you can get into the questions. And I feel like he left a lot of stuff unanswered. There's so much stuff you probably could have grabbed from this interview. And I'm just like, we didn't really get nothing. Okay, I'm returning. It sounded like every other Kshine interview. And I'm like, bro, you got him in front of you to ask the hard shit. So I know I said it was on the table, Kshine doesn't battle again. It looks like, based on his tweet, that it's probably going to happen, that he probably will battle. I don't know if it'll be, like, I don't know. I kind of, like, I don't know if it's going to be what he thinks it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to wish bad on him. I wish him the best, to be honest with you. The stock drop list is a stock drop list. But at the end of the day, I'm still a battle rap fan, and Kshine is still one of those guys. So I wish him the best. But his announcement isn't even a great battle. Him and Shotty, it isn't a great battle. So, I mean, of course, he's going to feel like everybody is on the card is a great battle. I don't know. But it's in New York. You know what I'm saying? Maybe got Rex on there. Maybe some other people. I don't really know. But I gotta look at this cipher and kind of see who was on there. Maybe I can kind of gauge. I saw Reed Dollars and stuff. Like, Reed, like, those aren't big enough announcements. You know what I'm saying? If Reed is on there and some other people, it's just not big enough. So we'll see. But maybe we'll get a little bit more details now that he popping out and doing interviews. I mean, I wouldn't assume that he would be so naive to announce that the battle is coming if the battle is completely not coming at all. So I can only assume that maybe he really is gonna battle. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he really is gonna battle and it's gonna finally happen. But they gotta figure out this Power Network, because if it's what it was before, which was $49 or $59.99 for the pay-per-view, and you had to subscribe to the app of $4.99, that's another question you could have asked. Is it gonna be on YouTube? Is it gonna be on the app? Like, bro, it's so many questions that you just fumbled. It's just like, bro, don't, like, it's a blessing to be able to have something exclusive in this culture. It's hard to have that now because so many people interview people. You got Hip Hop Is Real, 15 Minutes of Fame. You got niggas doing StreamYard. It's so easy to catch up with a battle rapper for Ask Them Any Drama. If you get somebody in front of you with an exclusive interview, meaning that you're going to be the first person. Because you know Uncle Rod's at this cyber too. He'll put out a 15 minutes of fame interview also, and it may have some of the stuff. But when you have an exclusive chance to get the interview that you want, and you be like, nobody else got this Kshine interview. So I know somebody that told me they're supposed to interview Kshine next week. So they'll probably ask all these questions. But when you can get it first, shit, go crazy, man. Go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Go crazy. Even if he don't want to answer, at least you got it on camera. Like, yo, when's the date of your event? Nah, I can't really get that out. I can't. What month? Nah, I can't really. At least you asked. You know what I'm saying? At least you asked. So I just feel like you had a chance to kind of like shake the internet up with some of these questions, depending on what he said or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? You could have verified whether it's been a delay for any reason. His URL trying to cease and desist. This nigga, it's a URL coming back, man. You know, we try to put the puzzle together. Like, nah, it ain't no URL stuff. But anyway, man, what else? What else there to talk about? I found out P isn't working with URL anymore. I already know Vada gonna go crazy on that topic, but you know, watch Vada blogs. He probably gonna go crazy on that. But I don't really have a real issue with P, so I'm not really finna say too much about it. But it just looks like that chapter is closing. You know what I'm saying? And I heard about some of their differences or whatever. And but yeah, so I don't really know where that leaves the Crucible process, where that leaves URL. Maybe they don't really need P or what. Well, I don't know. There was a Crucible process. Maybe that's is over with now because that was more P's idea. So I'm not really sure what steps, but we starting to see these dominoes. Jay Black is leaving. He was super tied in the URL. P's leaving. Super tied in the URL. Obviously Norb's left. So we'll see just how things work out, man, from that whole standpoint. But once again, holla at your boy, man. Appreciate the support. Subscribe to the channel.